Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jeevan. So I'm going to be talking about how Zoho Inventory helps you to optimize your business. So this is the agenda for the presentation. So I'll be talking about why do you want inventory management in the first place, and I'll be talking about 3 different business scenarios. Talking about an electronic sector, an apparel sector, as well as a food sector, and what is more in Zoho Inventory. So we have different types of integrations in inventory, so I'll be talking about that. And I'll leave the dice for the question and answers. So why Zoho Inventory? As per research, 25% of the business cost is spent on inventory, right? And only 54% of SMBs track their inventory efficiently. Fourth biggest killer of any small business which deals with inventory is poor inventory management. And only 2/3 of businesses ship their packages on time and avoid overselling. And in this time and age, customers expect your items to be reaching them on time, right? So here, I would like to talk about a couple of concepts. So first one is showrooming. So what is showrooming? So let's say I want to buy a phone, right? So I will go to a showroom and I'll check out the phone. And I will not buy from the shop. I will go online. Maybe I'll have a better deal there. So I'll buy from online. So that is called showroom. And second concept is web roaming. So what is web roaming? So you go online, you check all the details of the phone, and you compare the prices. And for the trust factor, maybe you will not buy from there. You will go to a shop and buy, right? We all do both of these things depending on the product that you buy, right? If it's an apparel, you may check out online and buy from a shop. And for some other items, you do the other way around. So this is why it is important to have your products in all the channels that is available. Because the shopping patterns have been changing. You have resources available everywhere. And that is where I would like to talk about the hybrid commerce. So you need to make sure that you have your products listed on multiple channels, right? And that brings me to the complications that is increasingly happening as far as inventory and order management is concerned. So you have to, like I mentioned, you'll have to sell on multiple channels. So what are the channels? So you have dealers and distributors, that is one channel. You have multi-branded outlets where most of the footfall is happening. So you need to make sure that your products are listed there. You have online shopping carts, that is for your brand building. You have popular marketplaces like Amazon or eBay and Walmarts where more footfall are happening online, right? So you need to make sure that your products are listed there as well. And then you have exclusive stores, again, for brand building. So both these things should happen in parallel. So you need to make sure that you're selling on multiple channels. So how do you track your stock on multiple channels is a huge challenge. Now, of course, you cannot sell one item. You need to be selling a lot of items and make sure that all the items track the inventory efficiently. Now, not just the SKU level tracking, you need to have much more in-depth tracking. So like, serial number tracking for high valued items or batch tracking for perishable goods. So you need to have all kinds of tracking. Multi-warehouse management, in this time and age, you need to make sure that you're as near as possible to the customer so that you save upon the logistics. So you optimize these things. So if you're selling, for example, you're setting up a warehouse, the primary warehouse in California, and you're getting maximum sales from New York, it's a given that you set up another warehouse in New York, right? So you need to be as close as possible to the maximum number of customers. So you need to set up maximum number of warehouses as well. Now, all of this put together, you need to adhere to the compliance, right? So when I say compliance, it is not just the tax compliance. Of course, that's a huge thing. It is the other kinds of compliance as well. The invoice has to be in a certain way. The sales order has to be in a certain way. So all this compliance has to be taken care of as well. Now, this is why the complexity increases when you think about other channels, when you think about different scenarios of inventory and order management. And you cannot shy away from this just because you don't have a system in place. You have to have a system in place and you have to go through all the channels, right? And this is where Zoho Inventory would help you. So it will increase your sales. You can track all the sales orders in one place. You can track all your inventory in one place. You can track all your locations in one place. And I'm going to explain to you using a few use cases, right? So 3 businesses I'll be talking about here. One is Allen's Food Mart, one is Joe's Fashion, and one is electronics. So a little bit of profile about Allen's Food Mart. So it has multiple locations and employees. It sells different types of items. It has counter sales and different units of measurements for items. And it tracks item expiry. Of course, it's a perishable goods. So manage stock across locations. In Zoho Inventory, we have the option to create multiple locations in the form of warehouses, and you can track the stock in multiple locations. You will exactly know in one particular location how much stock is there. You can restrict the users based on location. For example, there is an employee in one particular location and the employee should not have access to the data on other locations. So in Zoho Inventory, we'll be able to restrict the users. That user would not even know that there are other locations in place, right? We have the option to group items and sell as bundles, especially for perishable goods. As it nears the expiry, you need to make sure that you sell out the items. So you can actually put these items together as bundles, have some, sales going on at that point, campaigns going on, and sell off these items as soon as possible before it gets expired. So you have the option to sell them as bundles as well in Zoho Inventory. When it comes to food items, normally it comes in form of a carton or crate or something, but you will not be selling like that. So you'll be selling individual items. So basically, you can use multiple units of measurement for the same item in Zoho Inventory. Now, of course, you can track the item expiry. You need to make sure that you're not selling expired goods. You have to make sure that you are under the law. So you can track the item expiry within Zoho Inventory as well. Now let me go to the sales cycle in Zoho Inventory. When it comes to sales cycle, it is not just the order management, right? You need to get paid. You need to create the invoice and send it to the customer. You need to connect the payment gateways. You need to get paid. And of course, you need to deliver the items to the customers as well. So there's a packaging module, there's a shipping module. So this completes the sales cycle, right? So we have the complete sales cycle handled within Zoho Inventory. Now, end of the day, reporting is what matters. You need to make sure that, especially this report, which is batch details report, you need to make sure that no items are expired, right? So you need to keep checking the reports and make sure that you're not selling any expired products. Now, coming to the fashion industry, it's a bit different from FMCG, of course. So here, the profile about this company is it sells across multiple channels, fulfills orders to multiple locations, receive online payments, manage returns, which is very important for a fashion industry. People buy apparel for fun and they return for fun, right? So you need to make sure that you are a part of the fun. You enable them to do that. Backorder based on demand. So I'll just talk about backorder in a bit. So we provide that option as well in Zoho Inventory. So this is the workflow that we have within Zoho Inventory as far as the online sales are concerned. So as you can see here, when you connect Zoho Inventory with a marketplace or a shopping cart like Amazon or Shopify or Zoho Commerce, we sync the items into Zoho Inventory, and the stock from Zoho Inventory gets pushed back into the marketplace, right? So which means that, let's say, for example, you're connected to 5 different channels. It means that the stock from Zoho Inventory acts as a central place where the stock is managed. The stock from Zoho Inventory is updated in all the channels in one go. So you will make sure that you are not overselling or underselling in any of these channels. Sales order from these channels will get pushed into Zoho Inventory, and if it's a new customer, even the customer details are updated and created in Zoho Inventory. Now, the customer will not know that the business is using Zoho Inventory or not. So they need to know the shipment information. So we push the shipment information as well back to the marketplace. Now, you have to streamline sales across channels like I've mentioned already. So we have these integrations for marketplace and shopping cart. So this is the list of integration that we have currently. We will definitely be coming up with more integrations in place. And we have a very interesting integration, with Aftership. So what it does is, just like you see on Amazon, where you can, track the complete package delivery details. Likewise, you can see within Zoho Inventory itself, it will allow you to see where the item exactly is right now using the Aftership integration. And these are the popular shipping carrier integrations that we have currently. And when it comes to online payments, in the previous services, I've talked about the sales cycle. And of course, invoicing is a part of the sales cycle. So we integrate with multiple payment gateways, as you can see here. You can, generate the link, and you can, just send the payment link along with the invoice and get paid online. And it will automatically update the invoice details in Zoho Inventory. Now we have the sales return module. So what it does is, from the sales order that you've been sent to the customer, once it is delivered, what you can do is you can get the items back. If they choose to return these items to you, we have the option to manage the returns as well. And we have the option to create the credit note and either apply to the future invoice or give a refund for the invoice. Now, those of you who don't know what backorder is, for example, you received an order from the customer and you don't have the stock with you. So what you can do is you can backorder it to your vendor, saying that I need these many items and there is an order waiting for me, for my customer. And vendor will deliver these items to you. Until then, the sales order will be on hold. So it will explicitly show you which one is the back order and which one is not. So we have a filter for that as well. So once the items reaches your warehouse, you can fulfill that order, right? So we have this option for back ordering as well. Now coming to the next business, which is electronics. This is a little more interesting, where you have the same item, but these are all high valued items. So you need to make sure that every item is separately tracked. It's all serial number tracked, right? For example, if it's an iPhone, you need to make sure that the serial number, IMEI number are tracked within the system. So in this case, in this business, we have multiple warehouses, purchases items from multiple vendors. There is seasonal price control. For example, you have a phone in the beginning of the year for one particular price. By the end of the year, the price of that particular phone will be something else. So you need to make sure that the seasonal price control can be managed within Zoho Inventory. We have the option to drop ship the orders. I'll explain to you how. And serial number tracked, I've already mentioned. So as I've already mentioned, you can add and configure warehouses within Zoho Inventory. And we have the option, something called transfer order. It allows you to transfer the items either from the primary warehouse to any other warehouse, or basically any warehouse to other warehouse. So the stock in the source warehouse will go down, and the stock in the destination warehouse will go up. And at the purchase level, we have the option to manage and receive the purchases. And once you receive the purchases, the stock will actually go up. And of course, you can track the items based on serial numbers. And this serial number tracking is tracked right from you purchase the product, when you transfer the product, and when you sell the product. The whole history of the particular serial number will be shown within the product. And like I mentioned, the seasonal price control can be managed using a custom price module. It can be done either at the sales level or the purchase level. Drop shipment is something that allows you to just convert the sales order into a purchase order, ask the vendor to directly ship it to the customer, but the finance will happen through your system. So the shipment is happening directly from the vendor to the customer, but the payment will happen through your system, right? So that's what drop shipment is about. And we have this interesting AI-enabled package geometry within Zoho Inventory. It allows you to, let's say you have a big box where all small items have to be arranged. The system will show you how to arrange it, right? I'm not saying that it is, it is very important, but if you have too many items to be put in a box, it will show you the most optimized way to do it. Now we have integration with Zoho Books, of course, and QuickBooks as well for managing your accounting, right? All of this, of course, you would have used the web application, but on the go, if you want to manage your business, we have the mobile application on Android and iOS. Of course, it's your business. If you want to personalize your notifications that goes out to the vendors or customers, you can personalize your notifications. Same goes with the transaction template as well. We have the automation workflow within Zoho Inventory. So what it does is not every business is the same. So if you want to customize something as per your business, we have multiple options. So if you go to the workflows module within Zoho Inventory, you'll be able to see you can create custom functions, you can create custom buttons, you can create widgets. So multiple options are there. So as per your business, you will be able to do any kind of customization within the Zoho Inventory platform. We have a set of reports which are already available. But on top of that, if you want customized reports, we have the option right now to customize your report as well. So these are the built-in reports that we have. We have the batch expiry reports and ABC classification, which is very important for the inventory management part. So it will show you which items has more sales. The items with more sales will be classified as A, and the second category is B and C, right? Now, how Zoho Inventory talks within the Zoho ecosystem. So we have integration with Zoho Click, where you can just initiate a chat within a particular module. Let's say, for example, you have a confusion with an invoice. You can simply initiate a chat within the invoice module itself. Of course, we integrate with Zoho Books for the accounting purpose, Zoho Commerce for the online sales, Zoho CRM for the sales by the sales team. So this can also be managed and pushed into Zoho Inventory. Zoho Analytics for business intelligence purpose. So if you want to create an extensive dashboard with all the data that is available in Zoho Inventory, plus some other data from some other source, all put together, you can use Zoho Analytics for the reporting purpose. And Zoho Desk for the support purpose. So you sold something to a customer, and the customer says, I have an issue with the product. And what happens is, when you get a ticket on Zoho Desk, we have a widget on the side with Zoho Inventory. It will show you all the orders that is being created under that particular customer in Zoho Inventory, right? So from a support team perspective, they'll be able to get all the data right there. So these are few, testimonials that we have. That is, this particular customer who talks about Zoho Inventory's automation capabilities, right? So, like I've already mentioned, there are multiple options within Zoho Inventory, and I'm sure that a lot of your businesses are not completely, same. So you can always change it according to your businesses. And here again, they're talking about managing stock across multiple channels and multiple warehouses.